Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be discussing about the pure virtual class and as well as base class. In my previous video, I've discussed about virtual classes. In this video, I'll be discussing about, how we are going to use pure virtual class in our abstract base class. And similarly, with a simple example, I'll be explaining the abstract base class. First, I'll be explaining the theory part, and then we'll be moving on to the coding part. So before into moving on to the coding part, let us understand what is meant by pure virtual class. Okay, in a pure virtual function, sorry, in a pure virtual function, we do not have any type of code present in it. So, first we are going to initialize our pure virtual function with the help of first virtual keyword, and after that we are going to assign with the zero. Okay, let me write it here. So, first point is they are not having any code present inside them. Okay, and second thing is they are initialized with a 0. And third point is with the help of a virtual keyword we are going to assign the pure virtual function. So these are the three main key points that you have to take from a pure virtual class. Okay, after that, first let us understand what is meant by base class, and then we'll finally move on to a coding part. In a abstract base class, these are used for only inheritance properties. Whenever we are using inheritance purely, so at that time we are going to say that we are using abstract base class. Here only pure virtual functions are present. Okay, let me write it down here itself. First is purely inheritance, and second point is here we are going to use only pure virtual function, and third point is abstract base classes are, I mean they are similar to our base class, but they are base class pointers. So base class and pointers. So this simple definition of, what is meant by pure virtual abstract base class. Once we'll get into the coding part, we'll get a clear understanding, what is meant by pure virtual and what is meant by abstract base class. So let's move on. So in this example, I'll be making an base class. Okay, in that base class I will be having first area of circle and area of square. So first, okay, let me write it down. Okay, first this is my class, right? So let me name it or base. Okay, no issues. So here I'm going to use my data in my another uh, individual, next coming classes. So with the help of protected I can use that, right? So we have learned this already. With the help of protected keyword, protected access specifier, whatever the derived class we are using, whatever the data present in my protected and be using in my another next class. Okay, so integer r, and then let me take it as float radius. Okay, and then integer a. Okay, so r is my radius for my circle and a is my side length for my square. Okay, after that in my public I'll be making a member function. So void get r, so cout enter radius. C in of r. Okay, after that another member function for my side, get a cout enter side length C in of a. So okay, up to here we are clear, right? I have created a class. This is called my abstract base class, and after that I'll have to create a function, pure virtual function. So for that I'll be using virtual keyword, and then the return type of that area would be my float, and then area is my function. Okay, and then I'm initializing with 0. So this is called as my pure virtual function. So that's it. After that, let's make a class. Okay, first circle. I'll be inheriting the data from my base class, right? So with the help of inheritance operator and then inheritance rules. So here in my public, I'll be returning the area value. Okay, so float area. So here, let me write it. So here we are going to return pi r square, right? So for that, cout area of circle is 3.14 into r into r. So that's it. So whenever I'm calling this member function, it will print my this value. Okay, so let's move on to another member function. I mean another class. Okay, this is my circle, right? Let me make my another class of square, and then I'm going to inherit the data from my base class. So in my public, so first float area same, and then cout of, I'll have to print the area of square. Okay, so this is my a into a we have already initialized, right, in my base class. So and we have used protected, right? So whatever the data present in my protected, I can be used in next upcoming derived classes. So this is called as, I mean, we are going to take the data from one base class to two derived classes, right? So this is called as multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance or multiple inheritance, not multiple inheritance, it may be multi-level inheritance. After that, in my int main function, so first I have to create an object. So first let me create an object for my circle. Okay, so circle C is my object. After that, first I'll have to read this value, right, to read the radius of my circle. So C dot getter. After that, I'll have to print my area. So this is my, okay, so this is my value that I have to print. So C dot area. So that's it. Let's make another object for my square. Square s dot get a. Okay, and then finally s dot area. So I hope everything is clear. So let's run this. So this is my public. Okay, let me check where is the error. Circle square and then public base. Okay, so why it is not showing me anything of, okay, let us try again. So why can't I able to see the circle square? Okay, with the help of inheritance operator base. Okay, public. Okay, 1 second guys. So okay, everything is perfectly. Where we are getting error, I'm not going to see. Okay, public base, glass circle, right? Sorry. And then square. Okay, sorry. So that's it. So let us write an radius of 1. So 3.1 into 1 into 1 is 3.1 whole square, and if I'm using 10, area of square is e into 10 into 10, 100. So our mistake was I've written here circle, right? So class square, and next mistake is my square of s. Okay, this is a writing mistake. So let's check once again. So let me make this more user friendly. So radius is, if I'm going 3.14, so area of circle is 30, and then if I'm using 20 square, 400. So we can perform these simple actions in a without using any virtual float area, or I mean virtual classes or base classes. But here our main motto is to understand what is meant by abstract base class. In my abstract base class, I'm having pure virtual functions. I mean, it is not giving me any ambiguous error if I'm using the same virtual class, I mean virtual function, in my two continuous classes. So that is our main motto in this video. So that's it for this video. In the next video, I'll be discussing about the virtual destructors. So keep watching. Thank you.